Let's proceed now to number 15. If the first and 10th terms of the arithmetic sequence are 3 and 30 respectively, ang ibig sabihin ng respectively yung magkasunod gaya ng binanggit. For example, sabi dyan, if the first term and 10th term, so dalawa ha, first term and 10th term of an arithmetic sequence are, so ano yung naunang binanggit na number? 3, siya yung ating para sa first term kasi siya yung naunang binanggit. Okay? Sa problem. Then what how about our second number? Our number is 30. Yun naman po ay para saan? Para sa ating 10th term kasi siya yung pangalawang binanggit. Okay? So, ganyan po yung ating sequence ngayon. O at the given, a sub 1 and a sub 10. So, here class, we are going to look for what? Look for our S sub 10. Okay? I-add natin yung lahat ng term from first term up to the 10th term. So, paano natin gagawin yon? We are going to use the formula for S sub n. And our formula is n over 2 multiplied by the sum of your first term and last term. Okay? So, just follow the formula. You can have now this one. What's our n? We have 10. So, therefore, we have 10 divided by 2 multiplied by the sum of your first term and last term. So here your first term must be equal to 3 and your last term will be your 10th term. Siya na yung panghuli, yung pang 10 na yan kasi nga 10 lang ina-add natin. So therefore our 10th term will be our last term and that is equal to 30. Okay? So just continue further. Solving 10 divided by 2. So for 10 divided by 2, we have 5. And then add the first and last term, you will get what number? So this one will be equal to 3 plus 30 is equal to 33. And 33 multiplied by 5. 33 times 5, your answer will become 165. Okay? So therefore, that is now the sum of the 10 terms for the sequence na kung saan ang first term niya ay 3 at ang last term niya ay 30. So 165 is letter C for that number. Very good. So your answer for that is letter C. I hope you got it. Okay, let's proceed now to number 16. Okay. For number 16, we have it. If 5 arithmetic means are inserted between 5 and 35, how is that? Maglalagay daw po tayo ng 5 arithmetic mean, ayan, 5, sa pagitan ng 5 and 35. Ayan. So, madali lang, di ba? So, 5 po ang arithmetic mean natin sa pagitan ng 5 and 35. So, the question, what is the third arithmetic mean? So, we are looking for this one. Ayan. Ano po yung ating third arithmetic mean? So, para malaman po natin yan, pwede natin gamitin yung formula na tinuro ko sa inyo dati. Diba? So, mas mainam, kunin natin yung ating D. Okay? Although may shortcut na iba dyan, pwede natin kunin yung mean ng dalawa. Okay? So, pwede natin sabihin na 5. Kasi kung mapapansin natin, plus yung ating third arithmetic mean, siya yung pinakagitna ng dalawa, 5 and 35, di ba? Sulitin ko. Yung 5 saka 35, ang pinakagitna niya ay yung ating third arithmetic mean. Ito po siya. Ayan. So, anong gagawin natin dyan ngayon? Para malaman natin yung ating third arithmetic mean, kailangan po na gawin lang natin yung average ng dalawa. Okay? So, 5 plus 35 divided by 2. Okay? So, what is 5 plus 35? We have 40. Divided by 2, your answer is equal to 20. Very good. So, ibig sabihin lang yan, yung 20 ngayon, ang tinatawag natin ngayon na third arithmetic mean. Okay? So, 20 is your answer. I hope you get it. Pwede rin naman mag-solve tayo ng iba dyan na kung saan kukunin mo muna to. Magkakaroon ka dito ng 10, 15, 25, 30. Okay. Therefore, What is our answer? Our answer is 20, and from the choices, that is letter A. I hope you got it. Okay? So let's proceed now to number 17. For number 17, we have this. We are going to find the sum of all integers that are multiples of 2 from 0 up to 50. Okay? I-add daw natin lahat ng mga integers na multiples of 2. Pag sinabi natin multiples of 2, yun po yung mga divisible by 2 na rin. Katulad ng numbers na from 0 to 50, from 0 up to 50, ang multiples of 2 natin dyan is what? Or are what? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. At ang pinakadulo po na number natin na multiples of 2 ay 50. Okay? So, pag binilang po natin lahat yan, ilan yung n natin? Okay? Actually, kasama na rin ang 0 dito sa multiples of 2. Okay? From 0 up to 50. Ayan. Mapapansin natin, we have this one. N is equal to 26. Okay po. So, 26 po lahat ng number na yan pag binilang po natin. And then, pwede natin ngayong malaman ang sum niyan. Gamit ang S sub n is equal to n over 2 multiply by the sum of the first term and last term gaya ng ginamit natin kanina. So, here, our n is 26. So, we have S sub 26 is equal to 26 over 2. Divide natin sa 2 ang 26. Tapos, saka natin kunin yung sum ng dalawa. What is your first term? Our first term for that is equal to, very good, we have 0. So, pwede mong gamitin 0. And our last term is equal to 50. Kaya meron po tayong 50 doon. Okay? So, we can continue further our solution. What is 26 over 2? 26 divided by 2 is equal to 13. Multiply by, what is your answer for 0 plus 50? Your answer is 50. And if you will multiply that 13 times 50, your answer for that is equal to 650. And 650 is letter D as in dog. Okay? I hope you got it. Let's proceed now to number 18. Okay? So, for number 18, we have this one. What is the formula for the sum of arithmetic sequence? Kanina na pa natin ginagamit yan. Ang sagot po natin dyan is letter C. Siya po yung ginagamit natin kanina pa na S sub n is equal to n over 2 multiplied by the sum of your first term and last term. So, that is letter C. I hope you got it. Let's proceed now to number 19. Which term of the arithmetic sequence is 18? Given that your first term is equal to 3 and your second term is equal to 6. So, sometimes class, ang gagamitin lang natin dito, common sense lang. So, pang ilan daw yung 18? So, A sub n, pang ilan? Hindi natin alam kung pang ilan po siya, kaya gamit tayo ng A sub n. A sub n is equal to 18. What do you think pang ilan yung 18? So, pwede mo nang gamitin yung pattern ngayon kasi meron ka namang binigay dyan na, meron namang binigay na first term at yung second term. So, magkasunod sila, di ba? Kung magkakaroon tayo ng 3 followed by 6. Tandaan, ito po yung first term, ito yung second term. So, anong susunod dyan? Papansin natin, nag-add tayo ng 3. So, plus 3, 9. Then, plus 3, 12. Plus 3, 15. Plus 3, 18. So, hihinto na po tayo dyan because ito yung hinahanap natin kung pang ilan po yung 18 natin. So, gaya sinabi dyan, pang ilan po yung 18, bibilang na lang po tayo ng yan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, therefore, how many numbers do we have? So, numbers we have is equal to 6. So, therefore, ang ating 18 ay pang-anim. A sub 6 is equal to 18. So, again, ang 18 is the 6th term. So, therefore, our answer for that is letter, very good, letter A. Okay, madali lang, di ba? Number 20. For number 20, Which of the following sequence is an arithmetic sequence? Okay, madali lang. Pag sinabing arithmetic, nag-add tayo ng same number o constant number na tinatawag natin common difference. At kapag tinignan natin class yung letter B, mayroon tayong 4, 8, 12, 16. Automatically, yan na po yung ating arithmetic sequence kasi nag-add tayo dyan ng number na 4. So, what is our answer? Kung saan yung arithmetic sequence? Our answer is letter B. Okay, I hope you got it. O, di ba madali lang? Yung 1 to 20. Let's proceed now to number 21. For number 21 class, which of the following sequence is geometric sequence? Natandaan naman natin, pag geometric sequence, we have a common ratio or we must have R. Kailangan may minamultiply tayo. Okay? So, kung mapapansin natin yung number sa letter A, which is the sequence for letter A, which is 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on, we have here a multiplier which is equal to 2. Very good. Nagta-times 2 tayo dyan. Therefore, we have 2 times 2, we have 4. 4 times 2, we have 8. 8 times 2, we have 16. Okay? So, therefore, that is an example of geometric sequence. And our answer for letter A, number 21, is letter A. O, diba? Okay? So, let's proceed now to number 22. For number 22, which of the following is an infinite geometric sequence? So, narinig na naman natin yung word na infinite. Katulad din yan ng infinite arithmetic sequence. Pag sinabing infinite, kailangan makita mo yung tatlong tuldok na gano'n sa dulo. Okay, at yun po ay makikita natin sa letter A. Very good. Kasi sa letter A, meron tayong 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. Okay? So, therefore, our answer for that is letter A. Okay? So, madali lang po. I hope you got it. Let's proceed now to number 23. For number 23, which of the following is the geometric mean between 6 and 54? Okay? So, saan daw yung geometric mean? Geo-mean ng ating mga numbers na 6 and 54. So, 6, 54, maglalagay lang tayo ng ilang mean? Isa lang. Kasi po, singular po yan. Isa lang ang mean. Paano po ang pag-solve kapag isa lang ang hinahanap na geometric mean? Gaya ng turo ko sa inyo dati, meron tayo isang formula lang na ginagamit dyan. Yung pong ating square root of AB. Na kung saan yung AB natin ay first term and last term. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, i-multiply nyo lang po yung dalawang nasa gilid. Okay? So, that will become square root. What is your A? Your A is equal to, okay, this one. Mayroon tayong 6. At yung pangalawa naman ay 54. So, i-multiply lang natin yung dalawang gilid na yan. Okay? At kung ano yung kinalabasan yan, yun na po yung A times B. Saka natin kunan ng square root. Okay? So, what is 6 times 54? The answer for that is 324. Yeah. And, pwede kayo mag-calculate dito. Ano yung square root ng 324? Ang sagot po natin dyan ay 18 because 18 times 18 is equal to 324. O, di ba? Madali lang. Ibig sabihin, siya na po yung ating ilalagay para sa ating geometric mean. So, what is the geometric mean between 6 and 54? Our answer for that is equal to 18. O, di ba? Madali lang. Okay? So, therefore, our answer is letter B as in boy. Dahil lang po yung number na yon. So, I hope nakuha nyo po yung sagot sa number 23. Okay? So, let's proceed now to next number. Number 24 now. We are asked about the common ratio or the R. Ano uli ang common ratio? O yung R natin? Siya po yung ating minomultiply. Okay? So, we have the sequence 6, 12, 24, 48, and so on for that number 24. At hahanapin natin ngayon yung ating R. Sa pagkuha ng R natin, ang tatandaan lang po natin, i-divide po natin ang second term sa first term. Okay, so we now have 12 divided by 6. At ang sagot po natin dyan, R equals, what is 12 divided by 6? Very good. Your answer, R equals 2. So therefore, yun na po yung ating gagamitin na R para sa ating problem number 24. Okay, di ba? So that's why if you want to check your answer, 6 times 2, the answer is 12. 12 times 2, you will have 24. 24 times 2, you will get 48, and so on. Okay? So, since our R equals 2, for that number 24, the answer for that is letter B. Okay? I hope you got it. Let's proceed now to number 25. For number 25, what is the next term of the sequence? 4, 12, 36, 108, and so on. So, tinatanong tayo kung ano po yung susunod na term dito. Para malaman natin yan, kailangan alamin mo muna kung ano yung pattern or ano yung minomultiply. At paano malaman yung R? Katulad nung kanina sa number 24, di-divide natin yung second term sa first term. If you will divide 12 by 4, 12 divided by 4, you will get an answer which is equal to 3, at yan na po yung kanyang multiplier or R. So therefore, if we are going to check our answer, 4 times 3, your answer is 12. 12 times 3, your answer is 36. 36 times 3 is 108. And 108 times 3, your answer for that is equal to 324. So therefore, what is your next term for that number 25? Your number 25 is equal to, or the next term is equal to what? Your answer is equal to 324, and that is letter D as in dog. Okay? So, sana nasundan yon. Let's proceed now to number 26. For number 26, which formula is used for finding the sum of finite geometric sequence? Okay. Finite. Tandaan natin yung ating S sub n, di ba, sa geometric sequence. Mayroon tayong finite at mayroon tayong infinite. Sa finite, o yung mayroong last term, mayroon tayong ginamit doon na R is equal to negative 1. Na kung saan lumilitaw yung ating dalawa, mayroon tayong para sa odd number at para sa even number ang ating n. Okay? So, ang tinatanong dito sa problem na to, kapag po yung ating n ay odd number, so ano yung formula ang ginagamit natin? Ang formula pong ginagamit dyan is, very good, S sub n is equal to your first term. O, diba? Kapag po odd number ang hinahanap natin, ang ating n, for example, 3, 5, 7, 9 yung n natin, ang sagot natin sa sum, maging kapareho lang ng ating, very good, kapareho ng first term. So therefore, our answer for that is letter C for that number. Okay? So I hope you got it, number 26. Let's proceed now to number 27. Ano naman ang formula natin para sa ating nth term ng ating geometric sequence? So class, pag sinabing nth term, siya po yung tinatawag nating A sub n. Okay? So what is the formula for A sub n ng geometric sequence? Pag geometric, kailangan mayroon tayong R doon. Yun po yung ating first term multiplied by R raised to n minus 1. Tandaan po natin yung n minus 1, yun po ay mahalaga sa ating exponent. So if you are going to look for the choices, or from the choices, you are going to have an answer which is letter D as in dog. Okay? For that number 27, formula of your nth term geometric sequence. Okay? So let's proceed now, class, to number 28. Ayan. For number 28, we have this one. What is the sum of the first 99 terms of the sequence? Okay, so dapat po 99, S sub 99 of the sequence 50. Our first term is 50, followed by negative 50, 50, and so on. If we'll observe, class, our R here is equal to negative 1 kasi alternate ang sign. At kapag alternate po ang sign natin or ang R natin ay negative 1, tatandaan po natin, kapareho po siya nito. Ayan. Mayroon po tayong odd or even. Okay. Kung mapapansin natin ang ating n is equal to 99, Ibig sabihin yan, wala siyang kapartner, di ba? So, like what we did earlier, ang ating sagot dyan ay magiging kapareho ng, very good, magiging kapareho ng first term. So, this one. Ang first term natin ay 50, so therefore, ang sagot natin dyan is 50. Kasi may formula nga tayo na, okay, gaya ng sabi natin kanina, ito po yun, S sub n is the same as your first term. Okay? So, therefore, our first term is 50. Wala na kasing kapares yung 99. Kaya ang sagot natin doon ay 50. I hope you got it. Okay? So, tignan natin yung ating choices. Ang 50 doon is letter A. So, therefore, our answer for number 28 is letter A. Okay? I hope nasundan yon. Let's proceed now to number 29. Okay? So, number 29. If 3 geometric means are inserted, okay, sabi doon, tatlong geometric means, so mag-imagine tayo ng tatlong blank. Ang ilalagay daw natin between 2 and 32. 2 at saka 32. What is the second of these geometric means? So, ang tinatanong lang po yung pangalawa. Okay? Kung mapapansin natin, katulad ng ginawa ko dati, kanina. Okay? So, balik tayo kanina dun sa number na yon. Yan. Na kung saan shortcut na po natin katulad nito. Pag sinabi natin middle term, okay, yung pinakagitna, I mean, pwede tayong gumamit ng shortcut yan. Okay? So, balik tayo kanina. Mayroon tayong gitna. Kasi po yung ating pangalawa, the second geometric mean. So, ang gagawin po natin dyan is we are going to gagamit tayo ng square root of AB. Okay? Na kung saan ang gagawin natin, square root of 2 multiply by 32. Multiply natin dalawang yan. At ang sagot natin dyan is equal to square root of 64. And what is our square root of 64? We have an answer which is equal to 8. So therefore, siya na po yung ating geometric mean sa gitna. Okay, yung pinakagitna. Okay. Kung mapapansin natin dyan, class, okay, napakadali lang, di ba? At ito namang dalawa, ang geometric mean ng 2 saka 8. Okay? 2 saka 8, 2 times 8, 16. Ano ba yung square root ng 16? Ang sagot po natin dyan ay equal sa 4. Okay, very good. Ang dali lang po yun. Okay? So, pwede tayo maglagay dyan ng 4. At kung mapapansin naman natin itong dalawa, 8 saka 32, ano ba ang geometric mean sa pagitan ng 8 saka ng 32? So, 8 saka 32, multiply din natin yung dalawa. Ang sagot natin dyan is equal to 256. Yung 256, pag kinukuha na natin ng square root yon, ang sagot natin dyan ay equal sa 16. Okay? Kaya kung mapapansin natin, buo yung sequence natin. Mayroon tayong times 2 na nangyari. Our R equals 2. So, if you are going to observe 2 times 2, the answer is 4. 4 times 2, we have 8. Okay? 8 times 2, we have 16. And 16 times 2, we have 32. O, diba? Pero ang final answer natin dyan, yung kung ano yung tinatanong sa problem, yun lang po yung ating ibibigay. And the answer for that is equal to 8. And that 8 is found on letter or from letter B. Okay, so yung sagot natin sa number 29 is letter B. Ayan. O, diba? Madali lang. Ayan. I hope nasundan yan. Okay? So, let's proceed now to number 30. Okay? For number 30, we have this one. What is the missing term of the geometric sequence? 16 for the first term, followed by 4, followed by blank, then 1/4. Okay? And so on. So, what is the missing term here? This one. Mapapansin natin, class, makukuha lang natin ang mga nawawalang term kapag alam natin yung R. Kasi po ito ay geometric sequence. So therefore, we need to find our R. At para makuha yung R natin, magdi-divide tayo ng second term. Tandaan, second term muna. Divided by first term. So if you are going to do that, we have 4 divided by 16. And if your answer is 4, you are wrong. Because ang gagawin natin dyan kapag ganyan, we are going to divide. Because our numerator is less than the denominator. Mas maliit po ito kaysa dito. Gagawin natin is magdi-divide tayo ng common factor, which is equal to 4. At kapag ginawa natin yon, magkakaroon po tayo ng sagot na 1/4. And therefore, what is our R for that problem? we have 1/4. O, di ba? Madali lang. Kaya lang diyan ang sagot natin. Kundi, ibig sabihin yan, yan yung i-multiply natin. Class, para hindi kayo mahirapan, pag sinabing multiply by 1/4, ang ibig sabihin nun, nagdi-divide kayo ng 4. I will repeat. Kapag kayo po ay multiply ng 1/4, ibig sabihin, nagdi-divide kayo ng 4. So, it means to say, 16 divided by 4, what is your answer? We have 4. 4 divided by 4, what is our answer? 1. 1 divided by 4, what is our answer? Okay, 1/4. O, diba? So, ganun lang po ginagawa yun. So, we now have this one. The answer for that is very good. We have an answer which is equal to 1. So, yung 1 na yun ay makikita natin sa letter letter B as in boy. Kaya ang sagot po natin doon sa number 30 is boy. Sana nasundan po yun. Okay? So, that's all for this one, 1 to 30.